girls basketball action on this Thursday afternoon. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Along with me, Ryan Williams, operating the iPad Pro camera. We've got 2 live streams coming your way this afternoon. First up, it'll be the 7th grade girls, and that'll be followed by our second live stream a little bit later, a little after 6 o'clock most likely. That'll be the 8th grade matchup between the Lady Aces of Hicksville and the Lady Eagles of North Central. Made the trip down from Pioneer this afternoon. Want to say a big thank you to our underwriters making our live stream coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television's Facebook page. They include our Diamond Level supporters with us for all of our Aces Sports broadcasts, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, the Hicksville Pharmacy located in downtown Hicksville, Ohio, and also a thank you to our Gold Level underwriter. That's the Subway of Hicksville, proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game that we give out at the end of every varsity contest we cover here on Hicksville Community Television. So we want to thank all of them for underwriting our coverage this afternoon. Thanks to all of you for joining us as well. Getting ready to get started here in a little under a minute. We're just going to run down the rosters for you. I don't have starting lineups, but for North Central, it's this way for the 7th graders. Number 4 is L. Tracy. We only have first initials. Okay. They're letting us know that they only are going to have one official for the games this evening. So they're instructing everybody to be nice and not gang up on them. Let's see. Again, we only have first initials for North Central, so we'll just give you their last names and numbers. Number 4 is Tracy. Number 11, Graber. Number 13 is Berger. Number 21 is Zuber. Number 30, Fellers. Number 31 is Burt. And number 34 is Kraft. For the Lady Aces, number 2 is McKenna Baird. Number 12, Addie Level. Number 13 is Mika Inkrot. Number 40 is Adeline Radford. Number 43, Mahala Stabler. And number 44 is Kaylin Metz. So the teams will break huddle. 6-minute quarters here at the junior high level. Glad to have you with us, and we'll get ready to get this one up and running. Jumping center circle. Looks like it's going to be number 13, Inkrot, for the Aces. And I think that's number 13, Berger. Yep, Berger, for the North Central Lady Eagles. So a bit of a discussion going on, and we've got everything all squared away. Again, just one official for the games this afternoon. And we'll get ready to get things going here. Again, 6 minutes on the first quarter clock. And we're glad to have you with us here on Hicksville Community Television for our live coverage. Tip is controlled by, well, North Central finally comes up with it. They'll toss the ball over to Burt. Burt set the offense. Bounce pass inside. That's to number 21, Zuber. Zuber back to Burt. Lady Aces looks like a 2-3 zone to start things off. Shot from the wing is up and good. That was number 11, Graber, with the 2-point bucket. Ball stolen away back into the hands of the Lady Eagles and almost taken back by the Lady Aces. Tracy with the ball now knocked loose, goes out of bounds on the far side. 2-0 early lead for North Central. And they'll retain possession. Ball last touched by the Lady Aces when it went out of bounds. Quick inbounds. Ball is battled for on the floor. Comes up in the hands of Baird, and McKenna gets a whistle as she goes down the floor. And I'm going to apologize, too, for the little bit of delay every now and then with the North Central. The jerseys that they're wearing, they have like a basketball design on the front, and the numbers are very difficult to tell inside of that little basketball that they have on the front of their jerseys. So it's not always easy to say whose number is what looking at the front of the jersey. Especially when you get old like me and your eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Another turnover, and Burt will bring the ball up for North Central. Shot up from the wing is off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Redford. Radford gets the ball off to Baird, and Baird takes it up the floor. Pass inside, up off the glass, no good. Rebound put back up, no good, and we'll have a whistle. That was Inkrot trying to get the bucket, and she'll get the push, and that'll be team foul number 2. On the Lady Eagles. This one will be a shooting foul. So again, Inkrot will go to the line to shoot 2. 4:32 left to go in our opening quarter. Inkrot's first shot off the glass and good. She'll get one more. Inkrot's second. In and out, no good. Rebound comes down, battled, and comes away with Zuber controlling it for North Central. She'll toss it over to Burt, and Burt will bring it across the half-court line. She'll run into some trouble with Baird, and we'll have a whistle, and that'll be a foul on Baird. That's team foul number 1 on the Lady Aces. Inbounds. And again, Burt brings it across half court. She'll work inside, take a shot from the wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Inkrot for the Aces. She'll go down the floor, toss it off to Radford. Radford to Baird. Baird to Inkrot. Inkrot shot off the iron, no good. Put back being battled, and that'll be a jump ball between Baird and Burt. And the possession arrow should give it to the Lady Aces. With 3:57 to go, it's a 2-1 game. The Lady Eagles of North Central leading. Inkrot puts a shot up, partially blocked, and it'll be short. Rebound to North Central, and here come the Lady Eagles. Loses the dribble, but she gets it back, but then off of her foot, but scooped up by another North Central Lady Eagle. Tracy gets the ball back over to Graber. Graber down to Tracy. Tracy will put up the shot. That's off the top of the backboard and no good. And they're still battling for it. Baird with the steal. Baird up the floor. She'll pull up. Feed it over to Inkrot. Puts it up off the glass and no good. Now Baird with the ball. Nope, loose on the floor. And another jump ball, and this one will go to the Lady Eagles. As the 7th grade girls are scrapping for those rebounds here this afternoon. 2-1 game. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us. This is our first live stream of junior high girls basketball for 2022. And a quick timeout on the floor. It comes with 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. As I mentioned before, this is the first of 2 live streams we're going to have for you this afternoon from here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium. When we finish this one up, we'll wrap up this live stream and take a bit of a break. That has been averaging anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how they set up the clock. But we will take a bit of a break. We'll give you a time check, and then we'll be back with our second live stream, which will be the 8th grade contest from here at the Red Zone this afternoon. I'm glad to have you with us. Again, get ready to wrap up this week, and it's a 4-day week for the Aces here, as there is no school coming up on Monday, so 3-day holiday weekend. Teams will break huddle. We'll get ready to get back into action here. North Central's ball, the inbounds to Burt. And she'll bring it up the floor. Burt bounce pass. Over to Graber, back to Burt. And that one's stolen away by Inkrot. Inkrot gets it to Radford. Radford trying to go baseline, nothing there. She'll toss it back out to Inkrot, who will put up the shot. No good. She'll get a follow-up, no good. Battle for the rebound ends up in the hands of North Central's Burt. And Burt will bring it back the other way for the Lady Eagles. Graber back to Burt. Off of Inkrot, but it's scooped up by Tracy. Tracy gets it back to Burt and then back to Graber. Graber puts up the shot off glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Radford. Radford gets it to Baird. Baird will bring it up the floor. Baird back to Radford. She'll shoot for three off the glass and no good. On the baseline, it'll go out of bounds. And they'll say last touched by North Central. So McKenna Baird gets the ball inbounds to Radford. Radford has the bounce pass stolen away, and we're going to have another tie-up. That'll be a whistle and a foul on the floor. And that one's going to be on Radford. That'll be her first. And that's team foul number 2 for the Lady Aces with 2:12 to go in our opening quarter. And the score still North Central 2 and Hicksville 1. Bounce pass. Taylor to Burt. Graber puts it up, no good. Rebound down to Radford. Radford over to Baird. Baird long pass over the head of Inkrot and out of bounds. So another turnover back to the Lady Eagles, excuse me. The minute 53 to go. Burt brings the ball up the floor. Over to Taylor, who puts up the shot. Bounces off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Metz. Metz passes it over to Radford, and Radford gets it to Baird. Baird from the free throw line, shot off the back of the iron and no good. Loose ball on the floor, and that's taken away by Radford. Radford gets it under control. Tries to drive baseline, nothing there. Looking for some help. Radford bounce pass. And that is taken away. And the Lady Eagles get the ball back. The scoreboard goes blank. Into the game is number 30. That's Fellers for North Central. Baird down the floor, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound being battled for, and it comes up to Graber. Graber takes it across the timeline with 54 seconds left in the quarter. Back to Taylor. Taylor puts up a shot, and that's good for a long two. Or it should be Tracy with a long two. Makes it a 4-1 game. Here come the Lady Aces, now down by 3. Bounce pass to Radford. Radford looking things over. Radford tries to take it inside. Gets held up, feeds it into Inkrot. Inkrot loses it. We'll see if it's last touched by, I think they're saying North Central knocked that out of her hands and out of bounds. So it'll be Aces ball. 24.2 seconds left to go in our opening quarter. Lady Aces trailing 4-1 here in this 7th grade game. Quick inbounds, that's to Baird. Baird, nothing there. She'll get it back to Radford. Radford will set. Air ball, put back is no good. Metz underneath the hoop, gets it back to Radford. Again off the iron and no good. And again a battle, and the ball winds up going out of bounds, last touched by Hicksville. So with 10.5 seconds, it'll be North Central's ball. Burt brings it up. Baird meets her at half court, gets it to Tracy. Tracy over to Graber. Graber puts up the shot, and it's good at the buzzer. 4 points now for Graber, and with that, it's a 6-1 lead for the Lady Eagles as we've come to the end of quarter number 1. Well, we'll take some time between quarters, as we always do, to say a thank you to one of our diamond-level underwriters supporting our Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. That's APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. They're located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. They're a world-class facility offering robotic palleting and packaging solutions, powder coating, welding, and a lot more. You can find out about all of these services they provide and all the solutions they have by checking them out online at aptmfg.com. And if you're looking to maybe have a great opportunity for employment, they have positions available. They'd love to hear from you. Go to aptmfg.com/careers, and you can see a list of all of the openings, all of the opportunities available from APT Manufacturing Solutions. You can also upload your resume, fill out an application online. They'd love to hear from you. And we love them for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast here on Hicksville Community Television. All of the sports we cover across all of our platforms, all levels, they're the ones that help make it possible. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Aces will have the ball to start quarter number 2. Radford gets it into Baird. Baird, bounce pass to Metz. Metz back to Radford. And then back to Baird at the top of the key. Baird comes inside, puts it up off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. Baird puts it up again off the bottom of the hoop, no good. Rebound comes down to North Central, and Burt brings it up the floor. Almost stolen away, but it goes right back to Burt. She'll get the ball back under control. Guarded by Baird. Onto the wing. Now she gets it over to Graber. Graber. Shot put up by Tracy is no good. Comes down to the Lady Aces. McKenna Baird working her way through traffic. Bounce pass over to Metz. Back to Radford now. Radford on the wing. Looking for some help. Radford looking to pass, gets it off to Baird. Baird gets it inside to Inkrot, and Inkrot gets it grabbed right away by Graber. It'll be a jump ball, and that will go to North Central. Minute into quarter number 2. It's a 6-1 lead for the Lady Eagles. Burt across the timeline. Holds up on the wing, passes it back to Graber. Graber being guarded by Metz. Bounce pass inside. Excuse me, that was Stabler guarding her. Michaela Stabler. Get the correct player's name here. I apologize. So turnover back to the Lady Aces with 4:42 to go here in the second quarter. Radford gets it into Baird. Baird to Inkrot. Loose on the floor. Picked up by Metz. She gets it back to Baird. Baird back to Radford. Radford takes it over onto the wing on the far side. Looking to pass the ball. Gets it off to Inkrot. Inkrot drives into the paint. She'll put up the shot off the glass, no good. Rebound to Stabler. She'll put it up. In and out, no good. Still battling for it, and it goes out of bounds underneath the bucket. It'll stay with the Lady Aces. Getting their fair share of shots. They just haven't been able to get them to go down so far in this game. Radford to Baird. Baird, pull-up jumper off the glass and good. Baird makes it a 6-3 game, and with that shot, cuts the Lady Eagles lead in half. Burt bounces it off her foot, scooped up by Radford, and Radford traveled. So it'll go back to the Lady Eagles with 3:54 to go before halftime. Graber gets the ball in, knocked out of bounds by Inkrot, so they'll try it again from a little farther down the floor. So Graber's second attempt at an inbound. She'll be guarded by Stabler. Bounce pass in to Burt. Burt gets it to Tracy, back to Burt. Burt bounce pass into Berger. Berger and that'll be a foul on the Aces. Team foul number 3 And that's going to put Zuber at the line to shoot 2. Zuber's first free throw, in and out, no good. Score remains 6-3 North Central. Zuber will get one more. That one is good. So Zuber gets the friendly bounce and makes it a 7-3 game and puts the Lady Eagles lead up to 4 points. Inbounds to Inkrot for the Lady Aces across half court. Inkrot holds up on the wing, nearly loses it. Gets the pass away to Baird. Baird bounce pass to Metz. Metz puts it up, no good. And now Stabler with the follow-up. Stabler again, no good. Ball being bounced around. Metz runs it down and gets it to Baird. Baird feeds it inbound to Inkrot, up off glass. It rolls around and does not go down. And now Radford's shot partially blocked, and Baird puts one up. Battle for the rebound. It'll be a jump ball, and that'll go to North Central on the possession arrow. Wow. Like I said, they're battling it. The Lady Aces are getting their shots, but they are not getting them to go down. And a timeout on the floor called by the Lady Aces. So with 2 minutes, 58 seconds to go, just past the halfway point of our second quarter, it's a timeout on the floor. 7th grade girls basketball and the Lady Eagles of North Central leading Hicksville here. 7-3, our second quarter score. So far, the Lady Aces have committed 3 team fouls in this first half, and the Lady Eagles of North Central have committed 2. Hey, we want to say a big thank you to Subway of Hicksville. Al and the gang there say go Aces, and want to remind you, Subway's a great place to stop before or after the game anytime. Download the mobile app onto your device and take advantage of great online specials as well as mobile ordering, curbside delivery. You can order ahead. They'll have your sandwiches waiting for you. You can just pick them up, walk in and pick them up. They sponsor the Subway Player of the Game award we hand out at the end of each high school varsity contest we cover for both boys and girls basketball here on HIX-TV. We want to thank them so very much for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast for basketball. And hope you'll stop by and say hello to Al and the gang at Subway of Hicksville. Proud sponsors, again, of the Subway Player of the Game. So the North Central Lady Eagles will break huddle first. They'll have the basketball when we come out of this timeout. Again, 2 minutes, 58 seconds left in the first half. Bill and Brian bringing you the action live from here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium at Hicksville Junior High. Or I should say the Hicksville Schools Complex. And we got another battle on the floor, another jump ball, and that'll go to the Lady Aces. Radford will get ready to handle the inbounds. She'll be guarded by Graber. Gets it into Baird. Baird quickly up the floor, feeds it over to Metz. Metz will kick it back to Radford. Radford back to Baird. Baird trying to get inside. Tries to bounce pass it back to Inkrot, but it's stolen away by Burt. And Burt will bring it up the floor for the Lady Eagles. She'll get across half court. Burt gets it over to Tracy. Tracy, bounce pass to Zuber. Zuber gets it knocked loose. She'll get the ball. It was touched, so not an over and back. It's touched by Hicksville, so not an over and back. Winds up back in the hands of Burt. Burt being guarded by Baird. She gets it off to Taylor. Taylor's bounce pass. Almost deflected, scooped up by Zuber. Zuber, now the ball in the hands of Graber. Graber back to Burt. Burt into the paint. Kicks it over. And the shot taken by Taylor is no good underneath the hoop. Zuber puts it up, no good. And it winds up in the hands of Inkrot. Inkrot tosses it over to Baird for the Lady Aces. And it's slapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Hicksville with 1:39 to go in the first half. Radford has it stolen away. Burt with a breakaway. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound comes down to Berger. Ball is loose. Radford winds up with it. She's guarded by Tracy. gets it across the half court. Radford down to the baseline, loses the dribble, and it's going to roll out of bounds. I think that was last touched by North Central, so Aces ball with 1:20 to go here in the half. Radford gets it into Inkrot, who pulls the trigger right away off the back of the iron. No good. Inkrot gets the rebound, goes back to the hoop, puts it up. Again, bounces on the rim, no good. Another shot, that's off the bottom of the iron. And here comes North Central. That's Graber. She'll get it back to Burt. Burt a long two to make it a 9-3 game with under a minute to go. Radford gets it into Baird. Baird across half court. Baird rockets down the floor, stops, loses the dribble, and there'll be another scrum on the floor, another jump ball, and that'll go to North Central with 46.1 seconds to go. Graber gets the ball inbounds to Burt. Burt gets it to Tracy. Tracy launches it, and that's good for two. Makes it an 11-3 game. Baird puts it up off glass and good on the other end. 4 points now for McKenna Baird. It's 11-5 North Central. Burt down low to Tracy. That will be over the top of the backboard and out of bounds to the Lady Aces with 12.3 seconds to go in the first half of this 7th grade girls game. 6-point lead for the Lady Eagles of North Central, 11-5. As we are into the closing 10 seconds, Baird gets it to Inkrot. Inkrot down low to Stabler. Stabler need to watch the clock, girls. And that'll be picked up, and time will expire. So that's the first half of action from the 7th grade girls game here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium. And at halftime, it's the visiting North Central Lady Eagles leading the Lady Aces 11-5, the halftime score. I want to say another thank you to another one of our Diamond Level supporters, making our coverage possible here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium this afternoon. That's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hey, if you're in the market for a vehicle, brand new, pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, stop by, check out the selection they have on the lots, or you can check out their entire dealer inventory anytime online at jimschmidtauto.com. Don't see what you're looking for? Let the folks at Jim Schmidt know what you're interested in. They always do their best to find you exactly the vehicle you want and one that will best suit you and your family's transportation needs. It's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. So proud to have them as one of our Diamond Level underwriters, helping us bring you all of our Aces sports coverage, all levels, across all platforms. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Again, we're at halftime. We're just a little under 9 minutes away from getting the second half underway. It's an 11-5 lead for the visiting North Central Lady Eagles. We're going to take a break, but not to worry. Brian and I will be back. We'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Welcome back to the Auxiliary Gym as we are at halftime and getting ready to get the second half underway. If you're just joining us, our halftime score in this girls' 7th grade basketball game, it's the visiting Lady Eagles of North Central leading the homestanding Lady Aces by 6 points, 11-5, the halftime score. Checking the unofficial scoring in that first half for the Lady Aces, they were led in scoring by McKenna Baird. McKenna had 2 buckets for 4 points in the first half. And also Mika Inkrot with a free throw for 1 point, and that's the 5 that the Aces have on the scoreboard. For the Lady Eagles of North Central, Tracy with a couple of buckets for 4 points. Graber also a couple of buckets and 4 points. A bucket and 2 for Burt, and a free throw, 1 point for Zuber for their 11. And again, I do not have the first names. I only have first initials for the North Central Lady Eagles, so I'm just referring to them by their last names because I think it just sounds funny to say A and L and stuff like that. So we'll get ready to get back into action and get the third quarter underway. It'll be Lady Aces ball to start things off. So Adeline Radford will get ready to inbounds the ball. She gets it into Baird, and we are underway in the second half. Again, glad to have you with us here on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. Inkrot goes to the hoop, puts it up and in. 11-7 now as the Lady Aces start off with a bucket and a good-looking play. Knocked loose from Burt, knocked loose a second time by Baird, and this time stolen by Radford. Radford runs into Burt. She gets it off to Inkrot. Inkrot up the floor. Spin move, bounce pass. That's to Stabler. Back to Radford. Radford and bouncing it back and forth with Burt. We'll see what the officials say. They're going to say last touched by North Central, so the Aces will retain possession. Inbounds to Inkrot, slapped away by Burt once again. Burt, an aggressive player, and pretty good with handling the ball, too. She's caused the Aces some consternation this afternoon. Another attempt at the inbounds from Radford. Radford needs to get it in, gets it in to Baird. Baird bounce pass up off the side of the backboard and no good by Stabler. Ball comes down into the hands of Graber. Graber quickly up the floor. Graber being guarded by Inkrot gets the ball off to Berger, and Berger bounce pass. That'll go out of bounds as she tried to get it down to Tracy. Last touched by the Aces, so Graber will get ready to handle the inbounds for the Lady Eagles of North Central with 5:08 to go in our third quarter. Graber looking to get it inbounds. She does to Zuber. Zuber tries to put it up, partially blocked, but she gets the rebound. She'll get it off to Tracy. Tracy's air ball will go out of bounds, and that'll be Lady Aces ball. Looks like there's going to be some pressure applied by the Lady Eagles. Radford gets the ball inbounds to Baird. Baird bounces it on the baseline, and it'll turn it back over to North Central. Moving around on the floor. Graber gets it in. Graber has the ball, gets it to Tracy. Tracy on the wing. Bounce pass back. It'll be loose. And it was touched, so no over and back. Again, Burt gets it under control for North Central. Burt being guarded by Baird. Burt to Zuber. Zuber in some trouble, manages to get the ball back to Burt. Now Burt, top of the key. Pass over to Tracy. Her shot off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Mihaela Stabler. Stabler gets it over to Radford. Radford to Baird. Baird will take it across half court, being guarded by Graber. Baird down low, puts it up, partially blocked, put back up by Inkrot's no good. And we're going to have a whistle, and that'll be a jump ball. It'll go to North Central on the possession arrow. 4:09 to go. Again, it's the Lady Eagles leading Hicksville 11-7 here in this 7th grade game in the third quarter. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us. Inbounds to Burt. She'll bring it up the floor. Burt's bounce pass is partially blocked and knocked out of bounds by Baird. It'll stay North Central's ball. Graber gets it into Tracy. Tracy, bounce pass. That's to Zuber. And that's run down by Burt before it goes out of bounds, and she'll get tied up again with Baird. It'll be another jump ball, and this one will go to the Lady Aces. And timeout on the floor. So we'll see whether they called that timeout before the jump ball was called. We'll see who's got possession here in a moment. But again, another timeout on the floor. So far, no fouls committed here in this second half. So a timeout on the floor. Again, it's the Lady Aces trailing North Central 11-7. North Central with the lead with 3:46 to go here in our third quarter. First of two live streams we have for you here on Hicksville Community Television. We'll wrap this one up when this game ends, and then Brian and I will be back a little after that with our second live stream of the night. That'll be the 8th grade matchup between these two schools. Again, glad to have you with us as this is the first junior high live stream of the new year, 2022. And hoping the new year's gotten off to a good start for all of you. And kind of a rough start for the Murphy family as my wife is... Fortunately, my wife does not have COVID, but my wife has an awfully bad case of the flu. So she's not doing too well right now. My daughter and I, as much as we love my wife, we've been kind of keeping our distance. And Brian, did you get your... Brian was having auto troubles for a while. Hopefully he's got those resolved. He had a car that had a battery problem that needed to get a new battery. But the thing was, it was like one of those catch-22 things. In order for him to drive in to be able to get a new battery, he had to start the car, and he couldn't start the car until he got a new battery. But I think he got it figured out. Baird with the ball as we'll get back to the business at hand and talk basketball rather than rambling on about other foolish stuff. Lady Aces down by 4. Radford with the ball, looking to draw them a little bit closer on this possession. Radford to Inkrot. Inkrot drives in. Inkrot puts up a block, and Metz follows back up with a shot, no good. Ball comes down to Burt for North Central. As again, the Lady Aces getting plenty of shots. They just haven't been able to get it to go through the hoop. Baird guarding Burt. Almost gets the ball away from her. Burt, quick pass to Tracy. Tracy's shot off the front of the iron and no good. And we're going to have another tie-up underneath. And that'll be another jump ball. And this one will go to the Lady Aces. 2:53 to go. Graber standing by to handle the inbounds for the Lady Eagles. Bounce pass inside to Zuber. Zuber gets it to Burt. Burt will bring it back out on top. Burt sets things up front, gets into Tracy. Tracy guarded by Inkrot. Knocked loose. Tracy tracks it down before it goes out of bounds. Bounce pass to Graber. Graber driving into the baseline. She's cut off and gets it back to Burt. Burt will take it back out on top. Guarded by Baird. Gets it to Tracy on the wing. Tracy guarded by Radford. Radford reaches in and just rips the ball out of her hands. And then we're going to have a foul. I think that's going to be on Tracy. Tracy with a little bit of a grab there. Yeah, that's one of those ones where not hard to see the infraction. So that'll be team foul number 1. First team foul for either team. First foul for either team here in the second half. It comes with 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. It'll be a common foul. Aces will have the ball out of bounds. Radford gets it in to Baird, but it's deflected. Loose on the floor, and Metz came close to getting it under control before it goes out of bounds, but she wasn't quite able to do it. So it'll be another turnover to the Lady Eagles, and Graber will get the ball inbounds to Burt. Burt being guarded by Baird, almost an over and back, but again, Baird got her hands on it, and that one will go out of bounds on the far sideline, and it'll be Aces ball with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Adeline Radford gets the ball in to McKenna Baird. for the Aces. Baird across the midcourt stripe. Baird stops, pops. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound to Radford. Radford puts it up and good. Radford draws the Aces a little closer. It's a 2-point game now, 11-9. Aces come to within 2. Minute 40 and counting. Loose ball picked up by Inkrot. Here comes Inkrot, and she gets it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Tracy. Aces will retain possession with a minute 34 to go here in the third quarter, now only down by 2. Radford in to Baird rather. Baird bounce pass to Stabler. Back to Radford. Radford will hold up. She'll get it to Baird. Baird will put it up. Off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Tracy. Tracy gets the ball under control and tosses it back to Burt. Burt will slow things down a little bit with a minute 12 to go in the third quarter. Burt, guarded by Baird, gets it off to Tracy. Tracy gets it to bounce pass to Berger, and Berger, I think, drew the foul. Be a 2-shot foul, and that'll be team foul number 2 on the Lady Aces. Nope, I take that back. Team foul number 1 on the Lady Aces. So it'll be Berger at the line shooting 2, but they're pausing briefly for a loose shoelace. That's a Kraft into the game, wearing number 34 for North Central. Got her shoe tied. Berger's first shot, no good. Score remains 11-9. She'll have one more. Berger, that one's good. That's the first point scored here in this second half by North Central. Ball knocked loose from Inkrot by Graber. She'll get the ball over to Burt. 54 seconds left in the quarter. Burt guarded by Baird. Burt brings it in. Kicks it back out to Graber. Graber loses the dribble. Now there's another scrum for it. And timeout called with Radford on her back on the floor to retain possession for the Lady Aces. So timeout with 43.1 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. It's the Lady Eagles of North Central leading Hicksville by 3, 12-9 the score. As it's been sort of a mirror image in the first half, the Lady Eagles did the majority of the scoring, and again they had a 11-6 lead, or 11-5 lead, excuse me, a 6-point lead at halftime. But so far in this second half, the Aces have outscored North Central 4-1 to draw themselves back in. It'll be Hicksville's ball. They had possession when the timeout was called. Radford get the ball inbounds to Baird. Baird quickly up the floor, down to the baseline. Baird puts up a shot off the side of the backboard, no good. But she strips the ball away. And now Radford will take a shot, too much on it. And out of bounds. It will be Ace's ball. As I think, Graber lost her eyeglasses. So she's got them back. And Baird will handle the inbounds. 29.6 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Baird gets it into Radford. Radford to Inkrot. Back to Radford with 24 seconds. Radford out beyond the three-point arc. Feeds it inside to Baird. Baird puts it up. No good. Inkrot battling for the rebound. Loose on the floor. That's Kraft who puts it up on the other end, and she'll draw the foul. Kraft with the breakaway. Doesn't get the shot to drop, but she'll draw the foul. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Aces. And it'll send Kraft to the line to shoot 2. with the Lady Eagles leading 12-9. Clock stopped with 8.9 seconds to go in our third quarter. Kraft's first one off the back of the iron and no good. She'll get one more. And we've got some blood on a player. So we'll suspend things temporarily. They've only got 5 dressed for the Lady Aces tonight. So they'll stop the bleeding, literally. Get ready to get back into action here. Inkrot, it looks like she's got a scrape or a tiny cut on her arm, so we'll get that bandaged. And we'll get ready to resume action here. Again, 8.9 seconds, and Kraft at the line to shoot 2. Misses that one, and the rebound comes down. And that was Metz. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Lady Aces. So Hicksville gets the ball back with 6.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Again, it looks like pressure coming from North Central. Radford. Long pass into Inkrot. Inkrot quickly down the floor. 2 seconds. Baird gets the shot up. No good. So the Lady Aces get the final shot, but it's no good, and that's the end of the third quarter with the Lady Eagles of North Central leading Hicksville 12-9, our third quarter score. And as we get ready for the fourth and final quarter here tonight, want to say another thank you to another one of our diamond level underwriters making our coverage possible. That's the Hicksville Pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, your locally owned and operated family independent pharmacy. There to serve all of your pharmaceutical needs for you and your family. They also have medical devices and medical equipment available, as well as over-the-counter medications. It's a full-service family independent pharmacy. And they also have a nice little store there as well. They've got snacks, they've got candles, they got Ohio State, Michigan items, stuffed animals, greeting cards. Fun place to go and just sort of browse around. The Myers family, want to thank them so very, very much. They're the owners of the pharmacy. And, again, great supporters of Hicksville and the Hicksville community. So proud to have them as our diamond level, one of our diamond level underwriters. Hope you'll stop by and see them soon at the Hicksville Pharmacy, again, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville. Fourth quarter, it'll be North Central, the Lady Eagles with the ball to start the action, and Graber gets the ball in to Burt, back to Graber, back to Burt. Burt tied up with Baird. Baird, a fearless player, and the possession arrow with the jump ball points to the Lady Aces, so they'll get the ball back with 5:51 to go in the game. Radford into Baird. Baird quickly up the floor. Baird baseline, bounce pass to Stabler. Stabler puts it up, no good. Out of bounds, and I think it should still be Hicksville's ball. Nope, they're going to say off of White. Okay. 5:44, and North Central with the ball back. Bounce pass in to Tracy. Tracy brings the ball up. Bounce pass to Burt. Burt. Back to Tracy. Tracy tries to take it inside, runs into one of the aces, and we're going to have another jump ball, and it'll stay with North Central. And not surprising, that was Baird in the middle of that scrum with Tracy. So another inbounds coming up for the Lady Eagles. Graber into Burt, back to Graber. Graber takes it to the hoop, puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it'll go to Hicksville. Hicksville gets the ball into Inkrot, up the floor, gets it back to Radford. Radford on the wing. To Baird. Baird down low to Metz, up no good. Ball loose. Comes up to North Central, but it's kicked by Baird. It'll roll out of bounds. So it'll remain North Central's ball with 4:59 to go. Graber, bounce pass in, stolen away by Inkrot. Inkrot gets the ball back for the Lady Aces to Baird. Baird quickly up the floor, and she'll be fouled. And I think that will be, Burt will pick up that foul. That'll be on the floor, and team foul number 2 for the Lady Eagles. Aces will get the ball out of bounds half court. Into Baird. Baird to Inkrot. And she'll get it right back to Baird. Baird bounce pass to Stabler in the corner. High bounce pass, and that'll be grabbed by Burt. Burt tippy toes along the sideline and manages to stay in bound. Gets it to Graber. Graber up the floor. And Graber looks like she's going to be fouled by Radford. So Radford will pick up another foul. And that'll be team foul number 3 for the Lady Aces. Graber into Burt. Burt quickly up, top of the key, guarded by Baird. Knocked loose and out of bounds. It'll stay with North Central. Now 4:23 to go in the game. Score still 12-9. North Central in the lead, a 4-point advantage over the Aces. And ball inbounds to Tracy. Tracy. Ball goes out of bounds. I don't know if she lost the dribble. I couldn't tell whether she lost the dribble or it got slapped by Baird. They're going to say out of bounds, last touched by North Central. So Radford will get the ball into Baird with 4:15 to go in the game. Aces down by 4. Baird holds up at the three-point line, gets to Radford. Radford takes a long shot from just inside the three-point line, no good. Baird with the follow-up, no good. And rebound comes down, and it'll be tied up between Baird and Burt. Burt looks like she took a elbow or a forearm to the eyebrow.
You're all right. Be tough. Get tough, my girl.
Aces will have the ball. 4 minutes exactly to go in this game. Baird gets the ball, puts up the shot, and rolls in and out, no good. Baird grabs the rebound, bounce pass to Radford. Radford from just inside the three-point arc, and she'll be fouled. And that will be on Tracy for North Central. And it'll be a 2-shot foul for Adeline Radford with 3:49 to go in the game. Aces down by 3. Radford a chance to close the gap. First one off the iron and no good. She'll get one more. Radford's second one no good. Rebound comes down to Berger. Berger gets it to Burt. Burt takes it down into the paint. Kicks it back out. Stolen by Radford. Radford going to go coast to coast. Lays it up. No good, but she'll draw the foul. 3:33 to go. And that'll be team foul number 4 on North Central. And once again, Radford at the line to shoot 2. Score has not changed. It's still 12-9 North Central. And again, Radford, chance to draw the Aces a little closer. That one's no good. She'll get one more. And we'll have a timeout. So timeout called by Hicksville before Radford takes her second shot. 3:33 to go here in the contest. Bill and Brian, glad to have you with us. Again, when this one wraps up, we will have a quick post-game show. We'll pass along the unofficial scoring and wrap up this live stream. We'll end it. And then Brian and I will take about a 10-15 minute break. We'll be back with our second live stream after that, which will be, of course, the 8th grade matchup between these two teams. So still more basketball yet to come here on Hicksville Community Television, as we've been moving along on this game at a pretty good pace. I've been playing for about an hour in actual time. And again, down to the last 3 minutes and 33 seconds of this contest. Full 1 minute timeout. And again, we want to thank all of you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the live stream coverage. Again, the first time we've been here for the junior high in 2022. We aren't able to carry as many junior high games as we are on the high school level, but we do like to try to get here and get a few of them in for you each season. So we'll be back in action, and again, it'll be one more free throw for Adeline Radford. Missed the first one. Radford misses the second one, and rebound comes down to North Central. Burt controls it, and here come the Lady Eagles, guarded by Baird. Burt gets it across the midcourt stripe. Gets it to Graber. Graber puts it up, no good, comes right down to Metz, and she and Graber will tussle for it. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll stay with North Central. Graber will handle the inbounds chores for the Lady Eagles. Bounce pass into Burt. Burt gets it over to Tracy. Tracy to Graber. Bounce pass inside to Zuber. Zuber's going to get tied up between Stabler and Inkrot. And that'll be a foul, and that'll be team foul number 4 on the Lady Aces. And it'll be out of bounds to North Central with 3:05 to go. Stabler will come up. Guard Graber on the inbounds. Graber gets the ball inbounds to Zuber. Zuber will get it over to Burt. Burt hands it off to Graber. Slapped away by Baird, and Graber tries to get it under control, winds up bouncing it on the sideline. It'll go to the Lady Aces. Hicksville gets the ball back with 2:52 to go here in the contest. Down by 3. It's North Central leading the Aces 12-9 here in this 7th grade girls game. Long inbounds to Baird. Baird into the paint. Bounce pass to Stabler, puts it up too long. Ball bouncing, grabbed by Burt. Burt going down the length of the floor, fouled by Radford. She'll go to the line with 2:41 left to go. Radford will pick up another foul. I think that's 3 on her now. Team foul number 5 for the Lady Aces. And 2 shots for Burt. Burt gets the first one. Makes it 13-9. She'll get one more. Burt gets them both. So Burt makes it a 14-9 game and gives the Lady Eagles a 5-point advantage. Baird will bring the ball quickly up the floor for the Lady Aces. Bounce pass down. Metz puts it up, no good. Inkrot goes for the rebound, but it's ripped out of there. It'll be a jump ball, so it'll stay with the Lady Aces. Inkrot was tussling with Burt over that ball. Radford, with 2 minutes and 31 seconds, gets it into Inkrot. Inkrot turns around, pulls the trigger, no good. Ball's picked up by Graber. Graber down the floor. Holds it up, guarded by Baird. Gets it to Burt. Burt loses the dribble. Baird is right there, and as soon as she gets control of the ball and is rolling on the floor, another timeout called by the Aces, so they'll retain possession. 2:17 to go in the contest. It's the North Central Lady Eagles up by 5 in this 7th grade game, 14-9. Glad to have you with us here on Hicksville Community Television. Bill Murphy calling the action. Brian Williams here as the camera person. He's got the headset microphone on too, but he's a quiet guy. He always tells me I talk enough for 2 people. Anyway.
So true. Everybody knows.
Yeah. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. And again, this is the start of another big weekend of basketball coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. We're here for these 2 games tonight on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. And then tomorrow and Saturday, we've got basketball coming your way on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. That's boys basketball action at the high school level. Triple header, freshman, JV, and varsity boys action against the Paulding Panthers coming your way on Saturday, starting at 4:30 in the afternoon. And then JV and varsity action with the boys taking on North Central on Saturday, starting at 6. Back into action here. Radford with the ball. And she's going to be fouled by Tracy. Not in the act of shooting, so it'll be a common foul. That'll be team foul number 5 on North Central. 2:09 to go. The Aces will have the ball out of bounds side court. Inbounds to Baird. Baird puts it up off the glass and good. 6 points now for McKenna Baird. Tracy with the ball, 2 minutes to go. Baird right behind her and knocks the ball loose. It's kicked and scooped up by Stabler. Stabler gets the ball to Radford, who almost loses it, and she tries to pass it to Baird. And we're going to have another whistle. And that'll be another foul on the floor. But that's team foul number 6, so the next foul committed by North Central will put the Lady Aces in the bonus. 1:47 to go. Radford to handle the inbounds. Radford gets it into Baird in the nick of time. Baird almost loses the dribble, gets it back, passes it to Radford. Radford down in the corner looking for some help. Radford gets it to Baird on the wing. Baird, top of the key, over to Inkrot. Inkrot drives to the hoop, puts it up. No basket, but she draws the foul with 90 seconds left in the contest. Lady Aces down by 3, 14-11. And Inkrot will be at the line to shoot 2. Aces go into the bonus as well. Inkrot's first one is good. 4 points now for Inkrot. She'll get one more. It's a 2-point game, 14-12. Inkrot off the back of the iron, no good, and Burt grabs it, and right away is tied up with Radford. And Radford will draw the foul. That'll be team foul number 6 on the Aces. So one more foul by Hicksville will put North Central into the bonus. It's a 2-point game, 14-12 with 1:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. North Central with the 2-point lead and the ball. Graber knocked out of bounds by Baird. No time off the clock. We'll reset and do it again. And another timeout called. So this is going to be one of those games where the last 90 seconds is going to take 45 minutes to play. I'm just kidding. It won't be that long. So we've got 1:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Right now in this 7th grade game, the Lady Eagles of North Central have a 2-point lead over the Lady Aces, 14-12. The Aces are in the bonus. However, they've committed 16 fouls, so the next foul committed by the Lady Aces will likewise put North Central into the bonus. So we could be shooting a bunch of free throws here in this last minute and a half. Depending on how things go, Lady Aces will break huddle. And here come the Lady Eagles. We'll get ready to get back into action here. Again, minute 28. It'll be North Central's ball out of bounds on the baseline. Graber getting ready to handle the inbounds chores. Graber bounce passes it in to Berger, and Berger's going to be fouled by Inkrot. Well, at least, no, Inkrot's going to knock it out of bounds. No foul. So once again, Graber guarded by Radford. Graber bounces it off of Radford's shin out of bounds before she runs out of time. Graber gets it in, and we're going to have another turnover as they were battling for it. Baird stepped out of bounds, so the ball goes back once again to North Central. The minute 25, ball loose, grabbed by Inkrot. Inkrot puts it up off the glass and good. Inkrot ties the game at 14. Graber. And that will be a foul on Radford, and that should be 1-1. That should put him in the bonus, and they should be shooting some free throws. So we'll go down to the other end with a minute 10, and it'll be, and we're going to have a timeout first. So we'll have another timeout with a minute 10 to go, as we are now tied at 14. So we'll get ready to wrap this one up, hopefully. Another full 1 minute timeout. So we'll be shooting free throws, and a minute 10 left to go in the contest. We're tied at 14. It'll be Graber at the line shooting 1-1. So Graber, first one, it'll be Ace's ball.
Only 4 people.
So Ace is down to just 4 personnel for this last minute 10, as evidently Radford has either fouled out or she's sitting down. Baird puts the ball up, no good. Inkrot tries to put it back up. It'll go out of bounds with 59.6 seconds. Tied at 14.
Nothing in the middle, Black. Get in front.
Inkrot gets the ball in to Baird. Baird puts it up, and she'll be fouled with 56.8 seconds. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. So tied at 14, it'll be McKenna Baird at the line. She'll shoot 2. 56.8 seconds. First one, good. Baird gives the Lady Aces their first lead of the game, 15-14. She'll get one more. Shot up, and that one's no good. Burt grabs the rebound for North Central with 53 seconds. Burt working it down, kicks it back out to Tracy. Tracy to Graber. Graber back to Tracy, who'll put it up. No good, out of bounds. It'll be Lady Aces ball with 39.6 seconds. Stabler looking to get it inbounds. Stabler out of bounds. It'll stay with the Aces. Nope, I take it back. They're going to say last touched by Hicksville. So it'll be North Central's ball. Graber. Graber long inbounds to Tracy. Tracy bounce passes it to Burt, who puts it up and good. Burt a long two to make it 16-15. On the other end, Baird hits it to make it 17-16. Burt gets it to Tracy, to Graber. Graber puts it up and good for two to make it 18-17. Long inbounds pass. Loose on the floor, and that's the game. So it turns out to be a thriller in the last 90 seconds, or the last minute really. And in the end, it's the Lady Eagles of North Central nipping the Lady Aces by 1 point, 18-17, the final score. For the Lady Aces, the unofficial scoring. Works out this way. Radford with a bucket and 2 points unofficially. Inkrod had a couple of buckets, a couple of free throws for 6, and the Aces' leading scorer, McKenna Baird. Baird with 4 baskets and a free throw for 9 to account for their 17 points. Over on the Lady Eagles side, we'll again run it down. There was a free throw and 1 point for Berger, a free throw and 1 point for Zuber, a couple of buckets for 4 from Tracy, and then Graber had 3 buckets for 6, and Burt had 2 buckets and 2 free throws for 6 as well for their 18. So that'll do it again. The 7th grade game goes to the Lady Eagles of North Central, 18-17, the final score. Hey, we want to say a big thank you to the Junior High Athletic Department here at Hicksville for giving us the space, permission to live stream. Thanks to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio. The Hicksville Pharmacy, located in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And Subway of Hicksville, proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game that we give out at the end of each varsity contest that we cover. That's going to do it for this. We're going to wrap this live stream up. We're going to be back in about 7 or 8 minutes with the second live stream featuring the 8th grade game here on the Hicksville Community Television Facebook page. So until then, for Brian Williams running the iPad Pro camera, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing you a good night and good sports.